Hello and welcome. So I'm going to take a look at the Guardian's Everyman crossword. This has been published on Sunday the 29th of December 2024. I won't be publishing it for a week, so it'll be Happy New Year to you, 2025, when it's published. I'd never publish it because there's always a week and they don't put the reveal buttons and things down here, so I just leave it until that. Don't want to put any spoilers up on the web. I've heard this is a little bit easier than this morning's cryptic, the cryptic I did for Anto this morning that took me, well, sort of took me 45 minutes, better part of 45 minutes, although over half the group went in under 10 minutes, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. Anyway, enough waffle, I'm going to just crack on. Tree resins in health facilities sent back saps. Common insects, audience hurries away. Common insects, audience hurries away. What's in jug lychee fruit? Well, there should be a hidden word there. Ugly, yeah, ugly. Messed around with these, I might be on a roll. Sausage, messed around with ease. So messed is, I might be on a roll. Okay. Bureaucrat to avoid waterfowl. Think duck. What bureaucrat to avoid waterfowl? Bureaucrat to avoid some kind of duck, isn't it? I think. I can't think what the bureaucrat would be though. I think it's a duck. Pine marten, perhaps. Leading in distance raced. Pine marten, perhaps. Leading in distance raced. Is that an M going into mile? Miles distance raced. Meters. Mile. Pine. Yearn. Ignoring summer front, he got busy. Ignoring summer, so that's normally a on the got. That doesn't make sense. On the go. Yeah. On the go. There we go. Everyman initially nags deputies, they fill the cell. So this is the Everyman clue. Everyman initially nags, so in initially deputies are understudies, nags deputies, they fill cells. Ingots in greats in gains. Corroborate order for Paddington to go. Corroborate order for Paddington to go. Paddington's a station. Excuse me. I assume that's something that bear, isn't it? Paddington bear out. Corroborate order, bear out. I think so, bear out. Writhing, hurt rocks or reels at first. So hurt and rocks are 9 letters, all reels filled with dread. Horror, something. Horror. See if it's horror, I don't know. Seems to fit. So I've got hurt rocks or reels. Yeah, definitely horror in there. Filled with dread. Horror struck. There we go. Struck. Okay. According to Spooner, not one youngster or the other is to wed. Lad, son, or the other. Yeah, I'll come back to that later. I'm not really a fan of Spoonerisms, as I may have mentioned. In den, with stomach churning, peddler of falsehoods. That feels like liar. Stomach churning would be gut. Peddler of falsehoods. In den, with stomach churning, peddler of falsehoods. Okay. Records rugby highlights in woven illustrations. Illustrations is too many letters for an anagram. Records rugby highlights. Records are logs. Rugby highlights in woven illustrations. Tapestries, I suppose. Tapes. Yeah, tapes tries. Rugby highlights. Okay, get it. I get it. Good work. Empire invaded by is that Inca? Empire invaded by Spanish. Finding home in Central America. Inca. Yeah, I'd say. Okay, so what do we got down here? Let's just scroll the screen around a bit more. Check I'm still on screen. A bit high still. So I can just put it there-ish, I think. Still be on screen. Okay, what's this? Something sour. Nudist hunk. Misembraced by oiled nudist hunk. So, stun, miss. Anagram of nudist, I think, with miss. What's miss? Stud muffin. I think I wrote saying stud muffin there. I don't know. Muff. Little Miss Muffin. This will Miss Muffet. What have we got there? I've got nudist is muff. Miss muff. Yeah, so if you muff something, you miss it. Don't you? Race car, for example, or kayak. Wow, what's that? Pole something. Or kayak's a canoe type thing, or is it just a palindrome? I think kayak's a palindrome anyway. Race car is also one. Yes, nice. What's this? Inmates. They fill cells. Deputies, mates. I think that's inmates. Let's have a look at this one again. Pine, Martin, perhaps leading in distance raced. Come back to that. Right, another down. Job available in gap. Job available in gap. Career, job, Job, could be Job. Creep, showing how to describe what's average in 2 words. Something and something. So and so. I think. Creep. What's average? Average is so and so. Not sure about the creep bit. I think it's right though. So egg on this Sante. I mean, I've got a lot of letters there. Egg on this. Is it bear out? I'm going to have to move on from that one. Let's come back to that. Notion, almost ideal, so almost perfect. Idea and ideal. Scandalous author, disturbing eroticist principally, so that's Shard, I don't know, Marquis de Sade, I think is his name. The primary clue. Character, we've got duck, we've got something duck and horror struck, so there's the rhyming pair. So we've got all the standard kind of Everyman clues in here. Characters seen in Britain's Got Talent and The Winter's Tale. Must be an apostrophe, mustn't it? Apostrophes, sorry, characters. Rising gyration. Ooh, what's that? Rising. Devolution? Revolution, probably. Revolution? Rising? Uprising? Yep. Alternative adopted by... Oops. By disruptive shakeout somewhere on the Yellow Sea. North Korea or South Korea? North Korea, I think that is shakeout. Yeah, looks about right. North Korea. See if I can get this one again. In den with stomach churning peddler of falsehoods. Cool. In den with stomach churning. I'll come back to that one in a minute. Okay, so I was on the downs, wasn't I? So attacking footballer as a striker, I think. One with brilliant match. Yeah, you strike. So matches you strike. Read aloud. Howl. Poem will it scan? Read aloud. I mean, this may not be bear out. Corroborate is to bear out, though, I think. An order for Paddington to go is bear out. So what's it doing on here? Read aloud. Howl. Poem. That's surely an ode then, isn't it? Ode is a poem. Will it scan? Barcode. Bark. Howl. Yeah, okay, so that's a kind of sound like as such. Piece of info. ASAP. Piece of info. I want to put fact. A bit. ASAP. Data. Piece of info. ASAP. A bit. Okay. Look furtively in both directions. Peep. I think that is because that's P-E-E-P, and there we are. So I've done all the clue. Wow, that's not bad for a first go, is it? So I've got a lot left. Let's have a look at this. This ducker. What's this? Mandrigal. Mandrake. Oh, hang on. Mandarin duck. There we are. Mandarin. Okay, I'll get there. Pine martin, so furrows, furlough. Or is that furlough? I think that's furlough, isn't it? No, it isn't. Furlong. Yeah, long is pine. Oh, Martin. Leading. Martin must be fur, I'm guessing. I don't know. Let's put that there. Go up and see if I can get these. Job available in gap. Messed around with these. I might be on a roll. Sesame seed? Sesame seed, I think it is, with these. I'm gonna go in there on that one. Common insects. Audience hurries away. Oh gosh. Where am I at? Common insects. Gonna have a look at this one down here. Something the tie the knot, isn't it? Tie. So that must be stat, mustn't it? Piece of info. ASAP, yeah, so stat. Does it or anon? Stat. Piece of info is a stat. As soon as possible. I think that's ASAP. I'm not entirely sure really. Stat. Piece of info stat. Or stat. Stat. Not sure about that. Not sure, but not going to spend any further time. In den with stomach churning. Peddler of falsehoods. It's not. In den. Okay, I'll come back to that one. So just got 4 left, and that's only been about 10 minutes. This one, egg on this sente. I don't know what sente means really. And I don't know what that word can be. Apart from tract is about the only word I can think. Toast. Something toast, isn't it? I think. Egg on toast. Brown toast. I don't know what sante means, so that's a bit of a flaw to understand this clue, I think, because I don't think it's an anagram. Egg on this is toast. Egg on toast. Common insects. Is that an anagram? Insects audience makes me think there's a sound light going on, but common insects are bees. Busyness. Busy. Job. It's posting. Available in gap. So available is so what's a gap? So I think clearing, not clearing. Gap. Oh, is it just abling? No, it can't be play. Okay, I was looking at whether there's a hidden word there. Can't be though. In gap. I don't think gap should be a G per se. Okay. Well, I'm down to these last 3 or 4, or 3 really. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put the video on pause. There's no point in just sitting here saying nothing, and I'll probably get some thoughts. So, be back. Okay, just a little think, and I think this is French toast, which is probably not that way. That's French toast, which is what I can think of. So that means that was probably flies, I think, in there, because flies are hurries away. What kind of flies? Common insects. House flies. House flies. House is the audience. What's this? Overseeing, overing. Job available gap on. Opening. Gap is an opening. Yeah. So that just leaves this one down here. So I was on pause mode there for a couple of minutes. So not going too bad. I'm going to go back to pause and have a think about this one. Okay, I've just spotted that actually I'd put an error in there, and actually the T was thing. So actually that's liar, as I originally said. which makes, yeah, a den is a lair, and then change the middle letters of lair around, becomes liar, peddler of falsehoods. But if you go back in the video, you'll see that I had mistyped on revolution, and so what was it? I can't remember what letter was in the way. Anyway, so that was quick. That was definitely a quick one. Probably under 15 minutes, really, or about 15 minutes. So what have we got here? Let's go through the clues just to get. So tree resin is sap, so we've got a plural here. Tree resins. Health facilities sent back is spas going backwards. Common insects are houseflies. The audience is the house, and hurries away is flies. We've got a hidden word of ugly, which is in what's in, so it's jug lichen, and fruit is an ugly fruit. Got an anagram of sesame seed, which is messed ease, around with, so that gives you, and you put sesame seed, sesame seeds go on a roll, on the sesame seed bun. A bureaucrat is a mandarin, and to avoid is to duck, so mandarin duck is waterfowl. Not entirely sure about this one. Pine is to long, and then Martin perhaps leading. I think that probably means Martin must be fur, and put it first because it's leading, and obviously a distance race is the furlong or furlongs in horse racing. Ignoring some affront, he got busy. So some is a good hidden word indicator, and in affront he got gives us on the go, and busy is on the go. Everyman is I. Initially nags is an N, for the N of nags is the initial letter. And deputies, mates. Deputies, mates. Yeah, can't quite think of a reason why that is, but they fill the cells as inmates. I feel fairly comfortable with that. Corroborate is to bear out, and an order for Paddington to go is bear out. We've got an anagram which is Horace of. So writhing is telling us as an anagram of hurt, rocks, or, and then the R of reels. At first, it's just telling us to just take that R, and filled with dread is horror struck. So what do we got here? I didn't actually work out the spoonerism. So to get wed is to tie the knot. Tie the knot, nigh the tot. Not one youngster or the other, so neither tot. Gosh, glad I didn't try and work that out. As I just said, so a den is a lair. Stomach journey means swap the middle letters around of that to get to peddler of falsehoods, which is a liar. What have we got here? Records. Records are tapes, and rugby highlights are tries, and a woven illustrations tapestries. Empire invaded by the Spanish, so the Inca Empire was invaded by the Spanish, and we've got finding home is in, and Central America is CA. So there's the cross clues. And on the downs we've got miss. So if you miss kick something, you muff it, and that's embraced by an anagram of nudist. Oiled is telling us to anagram it, and a hunk is a stud muffin. Absolutely no sexism in these crosswords at all. Race car or kayak are both palindromes, quite amazingly. So they're both examples of palindromes. Quite good, really, that one. A job is an opening, and available in gap. I'm just wondering if available makes it a triple definition. A gap is an opening. Available, opening, available in. Yeah, maybe it's a triple definition, not sure, but anyway, it's at least a double definition. A creep is a bit of a so-and-so, showing how to describe what's average. Well, that's so-and-so, isn't it? Yeah, that's a bit so-and-so. Egg on this, so put egg on French toast. I don't know what Santé means. I imagine, yeah, I don't know what it means, but it's obviously a French word, and we've got French toast. Maybe that means toast. Maybe that is the French word for toast. A notion is an idea, almost perfect because it's almost ideal. Take the L off. We've got the Everyman primarily clue here. So we've got scandalous, author, disturbing, eroticist. So we've got Marquis de Sade. Characters. So characters in this sense is apostrophes, and we can see them in Britain's Got Talent and The Winter's Tale. So an apostrophe in each of those. We've got a double definition here. Revolution. So you've got an uprising, is a revolution, and gyration is a revolution. Alternatively is or, adopted by an anagram of shakeout. Disruptive shakeout. Just wondering if it's South Korea actually. I think it's South. I may have to rethink this one actually because I think, yeah, it's that all down there, and that's actually South Korea, isn't it? Oh, little mistake there. I think the anagram is South Korea because there's no N for North Korea, but there's an S for South Korea and an OUT. And we've got another O in OR down here in OR. So yeah, South Korea. Okay. Attacking footballer is a striker, and someone who's got a brilliant match. Someone who strikes a match. Read out loud howl. So that's telling us there's a sound like of a word meaning howl, so a bark, and a poem is an ode, and will it scan is a barcode. I'm assuming this is stat, as in statistic, so a piece of info is a stat, and as soon as possible, I guess stat means do it as soon as possible. Yeah, not sure. I'm not entirely sure about that. I haven't come across it, but I think that's probably right. There's lots of abbreviations like that. Look furtively in both directions. Well, we've got peep, which is another palindrome, so both ways peep reads peep. So there we go. There's the crossword. It's all done. Almost tripped up on South Korea. Kind of 15 minutes or 17 or 18 minutes. Brilliant. Loved it. Much happier with that than I was at last week's food and drink one. So, well, by the time you see this, Happy New Year.